Welcome to another YouTube video. This is going to be the maths task I asked you to do, which was to create a poster full of colour and pictures to show fraction, decimal, percentage and money equivalents, making sure that you did a whole, a half, a quarter, a tenth and a hundredth. I'm going to do a couple just to give you an idea. So I think I'm going to do one whole and I'm going to do a quarter. And I'll see how I get on. So let's start by doing one whole. Firstly, I'm going to draw a simple picture to represent a whole. So I draw my shape, and then I shade the whole lot in, because I'm showing a whole. I'm sure your colouring will be better than mine. I'll try and do it quite quickly. And the next thing I'm going to do in a moment is I'm going to write one whole next to it, just to make it clear that this is what I'm showing at the moment. So I've got one whole. And of course I asked you to show me the fraction, decimal, percentage and money. So fraction is 1 over 1 because there's one part in total and you get all of it. The decimal would just be the number 1. If you wanted to show the decimal you could put 1.0. That also represents 1. So either 1 or 1.0 is absolutely fine. As a percentage, a whole one is 100%, it's everything. And as money, we're working to what a pound coin would. Our pound is our unit, so a whole pound is what we're going to look at. So I'm going to draw a very simple picture of a pound. I know it's actually a bit more multi-sided now, isn't it? And it's got the silver bit around the outside. Or was it the gold bit around the outside and the silver bit in the middle? My goodness, I can't remember what a pound coin looks like. This is what's happening to me in lockdown. I'm sure you'll do better than I've done. So I've got to get my gold around the outside. And I'm going to write a pound in the middle. That looks beautiful. Now I'm going to finish this part of my poster by just drawing something around it to join it all together. So I'm going to go for the old simple cloud design. Yep. Next on I'm going to slide up and I'm going to move on, and this time I'm going to do a quarter. So let's start by showing the picture of it. I'm going to, again, I think I'm going to stick with my circle for this one. You could do any shape here, whatever is going to be easiest to show, but I think I can show a quarter quite clearly there. And I'm going to colour it in. Let's use a different colour to last time. Make it a little bit aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to write down 1/4 to show what I'm doing. 1/4. And now a quarter, it might help if I do the percentage here first before I go and do the, I'm going to do the percentage before I do the decimal, and hopefully you'll see why in a moment because it might help you. Now a quarter of 100, 100 divided by 2 and then divided by 2 again to get a quarter is 25. So it would be 25%. Now the reason I did that is this will help me with the decimal. Now if 1 is the whole one, I'm going less than 1, so I'm putting in my 0 point, and then it's 25, 0.25. So I just thought actually having the percentage first makes it a little bit easier. And then I show my fraction, which is 1/4, 1 over 4, because quarter means 4 parts, comes from the word quad, which you get a quad bike with 4 wheels. Now lastly, this is probably, I've chosen to do this one because this is probably the trickiest one when it comes to doing the money, because we don't have a 25p piece. So a quarter of a pound would be 25p, like a quarter of 100 is 25%. So 25p, obviously I can't do it, but I can. I can't do it as a single piece, but I can have a 20p and a 5p. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. £20p and a 5p, and there's my 25 pence. So we go 20p and 5p. I thought I'd do that one for you because I said it is a little bit trickier. And the last one I'm going to have a quick go. I reckon I can squeeze it. It'll get a bit squeezed at the bottom. I think I can do a tenth for you as well. So I'm going to show you a tenth at the bottom of my page here. So firstly, when it comes to drawing my shape for a tenth, I'm actually going to draw a rectangle. So I think it's easier for me to split this into 10. So I can split it into half, and then I can split this into 5 parts. So of course the 2 5s give me 10. Let's find a different colour to do my tenth in. I'm going to just work quite quickly now, so I'm going to write 1/10, which is of course 1/10, which is 0.1. You're probably quite good at that because we've been doing a lot of tenths and hundredths in our maths. Tenth of 10 is 10. So a tenth of 100 is 10, sorry, so it would be 10%, because 10% will give you 100%. And finally, I need to draw a 10p piece. And I'm going to draw a shape around it, just to finish it. I think I'm going to go for sort of a ovally type shape, going around it. And there you have it. I've done 3, I've started a poster, I've done 3, I've done a whole, I've done a quarter, I've done a tenth. In your poster I'd also like to see a hundredth, which would be 1p of course, and I'd also like to see a half, which would be 50 pence. You'll notice I've managed to get 3 on one page. If you do this poster over 2 pages, you can add an extra one of your choice. For example, we haven't done a 2p coin. I wonder what a 2p coin would be as a fraction. I'll leave that one as a challenge for you if you want to take it on. But for now, keep learning, enjoy doing your posters, make it really colourful. I'm sure yours will look better than mine. Keep learning.